What's going on, y'all? This not about to be a long video. It's like each episode it gets worse and worse, and I hate that I'm coming on here doing it like this. But, child, I didn't even do the video yesterday because yesterday we had a storm, and when I tell you, it knocked out everything. It knocked out everything. My internet went out. The cable went out, so I couldn't even do nothing if I wanted to. I was just really pissed off, and I said I was not about to stay up and try to watch the rerun. So I just watched it a few minutes ago, and yeah, I would have been mad if I would have stayed up late last night to watch this. Okay, so we here for Sistas, season 6, episode 6, I believe, Mending Fences, and basically Karen got it in her mind that Zach wants her. Okay, Fatima got it in her mind that Zach wants Karen. And I'm just gonna zoom past this because it's the same old thing. It's the same old thing. Now, when Zach gave Karen the attention that she wanted, of course, we already knew she was gonna be trying to make it and twist it in her head that it's not that he's just caring for her because they did have history, and it's a possibility that she is carrying his baby, but she making it feel like as if he actually wants her. He goes over there to Andy's house to go tell her what's going on, and Andy just looking at her like, girl, all right. She don't want to hear the truth. That man don't want you like that. Yes, he's still going to have feelings for you, but I really don't think Zach wants her like that. I really do think that he was just more so concerned about the baby and the fact that they do got history, not trying to be an evil person or whatever. They do got a few years into game with each other. So, of course, he's going to have those residual feelings or whatever, which is also making Fatima a little bit insecure because, and I don't even blame her at this point because you tell me that nothing is going on. You already see the drama that's going on with you and this bitch anyway. And then when I walk in the house, I'm hearing you saying, I love you. And then kind of find out you're going up there to her job to give her money for the salon. And like Andy said to Karen, I offered to help you pay for the salon, to rebuild it and all that stuff. Why won't you take it from me? She said literally because she wants it from Zach. And again, she's never going to get over this whole situation with Zach. And it's just really sickening, and it's just really irritating at this point. You want to know what's also irritating? Zach popped up at the job to see what's going on with Fatima. Fatima had just had a conversation with Andy, and she basically took her ring off because she don't know what she want to do with Zach. She just don't understand what's going on and the feelings that she's having, and she's like in limbo with this situation. Do she want to stay? Do she want to go? And my whole thing is just leave, okay? Just leave, just let it go, because who got time to be going back and forth with this? Meanwhile, Zach comes up there because Zach is like, which I was shocked. Zach said this, hold on. You just left without even saying goodbye or saying anything in the morning. So, girl, what's good? And so, Fatima didn't really want to talk to him. And Andy had to break it down as to why she's mad at him. And the fact that he didn't realize his actions, even though Preston came over there and told him, we all saw how you reacted when you thought that Karen was dead or whatever the freak or whatever was going on, and you basically forgot all about Fatima. Yes, you should care about somebody, but you also need to be aware that your mate is right there. But I also feel like in this instance, maybe Fatima can give a little leeway, but also we already know that Karen is just ridiculous. So I understand his side, her side, but the fact that he just don't get why she would feel some type of way. Andy is like, are you serious? Like, you literally we thought she was dead and all this stuff. I was like, no, you got up like you really wanted to be with her. You put it out there like you wanted to be with her, but we know that you don't. But then again, we don't know. And it's just really confusing at this point. Do we want the bitch or not? And I was surprised that he came up there to tell Fatima that, he was going over there to her shop. But of course, Fatima didn't want to say nothing to him, didn't want to talk to him, so he didn't get a chance to tell her. But when Karen popped up at her shop and Pam was there, she said, what you doing here? She was like, girl, I'm finna help you and all this shit. But you want to know what I just don't understand? And somebody put this in the comments, and y'all, whoever did that, shout out to you, because never not once did it cross my mind And you made the best point. Why is it that everyone was pissed off at Pam for leaving the so-called curling zone when she is the one that is the receptionist? She is not a stylist. Shouldn't you be mad at the stylist who was actually dumb enough to leave the curling zone in the first place and not the receptionist, because that's not her job? You know what I'm saying? I know you told her to make sure everything was turned off, but how come you as a stylist don't make sure that your own equipment is turned off? Right. So she get up there. Next thing you know, Aaron comes out the building. And right in there, I was just so annoyed and ready to turn it off. I was like, I'm so glad this is at the end of the episode, because the way he came out, I said, this is what she just told you. Leave me alone, but then you pop up, which makes me have to say something to you. And that's why this cycle keep on continuing. And you get in your feelings when she said leave her alone, but then you pop the fuck back up the next day in her building, and you're trying to like manipulate her to try to get back with you. And then when Zach pulls up, you getting in your feelings that Zach is there. Bitch, you ain't even supposed to be there. She invited him to be there, not you. So why are you in your feelings? And at the end of the day, until you find out who the baby daddy is, you don't need to be around her right now. Give her fucking space. He creeps me out so bad. Okay? He creeps me out so bad. You know, the light-skinned niggas is just losing. Keke baby daddy. Baby, you saw that shit? Girl, put a pause on this show. After we found out that stuff about Keke, baby daddy, first of all, let's just put this out here. Before we found out that he was with Keke, we ain't know nothing about him, okay? We ain't even know Saronis Jackson, a.k.a. Dro from Insecure, had a brother. Because who was looking that deep into his little stage, his family like that? Nobody. Baby, we barely was looking that deep into Dro, you know? And he gets with Keke, and then you publicly shame her, damn near slut-shaming her, you know what I'm saying? And people want to say it's about the dress, because that's what he was making it seem as if it was. But in reality, it was because Usher. You know what I'm saying? He got his little ego bruised because another man, that is way more powerful than him, and serenaded his woman. And she went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And I'm sitting here like, bitch, it is Usher. It is fucking Usher. Okay? You probably would have did the same damn thing. Not to that extent, but you would have blushed and did all that shit if Usher or somebody else came against you, But, so his ego got bruised. And you want to talk about my wife? That ain't even your wife. That's your girlfriend / your baby mother at this point. And Keke said, fuck all of that. When he put them tweets out there, Keke posted some more pictures in the dress and said, bitch, I wish I had more to post. I said, I know that's the fuck right. Meaning, nigga, just calm your nerves, okay? And see, at first people thought he was playing. But then he got serious with it because of the tweets afterwards. And this, in turn, made people dig into his life, dig into his Twitter, and we find out that he damn near was, he a Trumper. He was mad at the people for protesting against Trump back in 2016. He was mad at Alton Sterling. He basically an all lives matter nigga, okay? And I'm sitting here like, you do look a little mixed. You do look a little biracial or something. What did you mix with, okay? That's probably that sad popping out. And I was just like, girl. Then they said he was a little transphobic, a little homophobic too. I said, oh my God. See, this is what happened when you don't keep your shit to yourself. All of this could have been avoided had he just handled this in-house. We didn't need to know that he was a fuck nigga the way that he is, okay? And meanwhile, Keke, the boss, Palmer, is just out here doing her business and continuing on, making her money and making her rounds. I said, I know that's the hell that's right. Because, girl, she said, you're not going to slow this train up, okay? Mind you, when I had said in the other video, she had tweeted, I know I don't want to be one of those type of girls, but I love this man. She tweeted that on the 4th. All of this shit went down yesterday on the 5th. I said, everybody was like, you start complimenting a nigga, and then all of a sudden they want to do something to embarrass you. And that's exactly what happened. A woman, a man, it never fails. Moral of the story, keep your mouth closed and keep your Twitter fingers to yourself. Keep your personal business. Listen, y'all up in these celebrity relationships and y'all don't know how to work it right. Oh my God. Ain't no way in hell I would have put that shit on the internet like that. Girl, I cussed the bitch out at home. But we ain't finna do that shit publicly because then it says you would never know who I'm fucking with. Like, why would you embarrass yourself? Bitch, you didn't get canceled when we didn't even know who the fuck you were. That was so funny to me. But anyway, somebody said some of the people that was here for Keke, it was... The fuck y'all doing up in there? Was the same ones who was saying shit about Chance the Rapper being wrong for what he was doing up in Jamaica at Carnival. Mind you, I ain't never say he was wrong, bitch. It was Carnival. You can have all the ass in your lap that you want, okay? But anyway, moving on from there, we finna get back on track. Zach show up. Him and Karen talking. Y'all saw the way Karen body language has changed, and she was getting all sweet and like real flirtatious with him and all that shit. And next thing you know, she was like, "Thank you for coming," and she reached around and kissed him in his mustache, right, in his mustache beard. And so from the angle that you looking at, if you was to pull up and you look at him, it looked like she just kissing on him and all that stuff. And so Fatima had pulled up and she was standing there looking, and that's when the episode went off. I said, child, can we not have a happy moment on this show? Why does everything have to be so damn contentious? And because that is not what sisterhood is all about. We not always in some drama. We all, damn, can they go on a fucking trip? Bitch, can they go on a girls trip? Can they get their life right? Like, what is happening? You got this whole situation with, Sabrina going over there to take Maurice and her to the lawyer. Maurice don't want to go because he think that it's that Bayo who was the one that got the lawyer, but I don't think he did. Could have, but whatever, because he don't like him right now because he don't feel like Bayo like him because he homophobic. But, Calvin has to convince him to go. And you want to know how he convinced him to go? If you go, I'll take you to your favorite restaurant and you can get whatever you want. So they wind up getting there. And I was just confused as to why Calvin was still there. This ain't got shit to do with you. Please exit the building and let these two handle their business. And basically, they found out that, of course, Q is the informant. We knew about that. 2, they found out about the fact that Q had recorded that sarcastic statement from Maurice saying, "I'm the one that put y'all up to rob the bank," and he was like, you can hear it sarcastically. And the lawyer was like, they don't have really that much to really convict y'all, but the DA really wants y'all, so I'm gonna make sure that we try to lose this case. Well, the DA lose the case, because if we don't, y'all facing 15 years. I said, child, do your job. Do your job. And meanwhile, Gary and Hayden and fucked around and married Tamara. Now, I thought they were supposed to be going to Miami. And the way that he said it, he was like, well, she wanted to go to Miami, but then she switched it up and said she wanted to go to Las Vegas. Mind you, he was the one that sprung the Miami trip on her. But all right, so that's what happened. And he don't know if he really want to get it annulled or not because he like her. Then Gary winds up telling him about what Andy said. She was being mean to me. He was like, you know what? She only doing that because she really just wants your money. I said, Andy ain't never asked him for no money. That motherfucker has given her everything that she did not ask of him, okay? So that is not it. Meanwhile, Danni and Preston, like, at this point, I'm over it. Danni came home, she was high and drunk as hell, and she wound up fucking Preston. Preston woke up in her bed, and she was confused as to how it was that he was there. And I just don't believe in having sex with somebody that's under the influence, even if they say, yes, come on and do this, and they trying to make you do it. I just would never be able to do it unless we both in that mood and we both knew what was leading. It was going to lead up to that at that moment anyway. But if it's something like I'm chilling at the crib and I'm coherent and you come back and you drunk as shit and you trying to make me have sex, no, I'm not gonna do that, because you ain't gonna say I did this to you, I did this against your will or whatever. That's just a sticky slope. But she woke up and she was confused as to why he was in the bed with her. He talking about we made a tape and you was about to put it on the porn site. I said, what the fuck is this? You said you love me and all that shit. I was just like, all right. I'm sick of this show. I don't know how much more I can take, y'all. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. If I had not recorded this little bit of shit right here, right now, and when I get home, I wouldn't have recorded it all, and y'all wouldn't have got the video. I'm just being honest. But y'all can do what y'all do with this, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.